تسكري علي الباب أنا ناسي المفتاح ومفتاحك مش تحت العتبة.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
كل أبنائنا بالمسيح
ندعوكم إلى اجتماع تشاور بخصوص هالأشياء الفلطامة اللي عم تعملوها.
Poster, you're getting acclaim from the Cannes Film Festival. You guys went to Toronto. You're now here at Sundance. You're the official entry for Lebanon in the Academy Awards. I mean, your picture is blowing up.
Yes.
Talk to us a little bit about the success that you guys are having.
It's amazing what's happening, you know, especially when you come from Lebanon. There's no film industry. It's very hard to make films. And, you know, to be able to achieve all that, to go to so many festivals, it's a good recognition because there's no reference in Lebanon. You don't know where you're going, if what you're doing is good or not. So it does give you a feeling that maybe you are on the right track, and it's been overwhelming. It's not easy to do films with people who have never acted before, but at the same time, you know, there are small miracles that happen, miracles of truth and of authenticity that make you forget all your hardship, and it's interesting. It's really interesting. It's a completely different way of working, you know. It's not very structured because there's a lot of improvisations. Sometimes we completely forget the text and do something else, and so there's a bit of chaos.
Yeah.
But it's a, you know, structured chaos. Which winning the People's Choice Award in Toronto was just unimaginable for a small Lebanese film with non-actors, with I'm not known, and it's you know, just amazing.
The story behind Where Do We Go Now is very personal for you. How exactly were you inspired to create this film?
Unfortunately, it was inspired by unfortunate events that you know, it's some political differences between two opposing political parties led people to take weapons again in Lebanon after having succeeded in living, you know, 20 years of peace after the civil war. Unfortunately, over hours, like within a matter of hours, people took weapons, went down to the streets and started killing each other again, as if, you know, we were at war again. And fortunately for us, it only lasted a few weeks. But, you know, when you see such madness, I think you cannot help but, you know, want to express yourself. And it happened that at that time I had just learned that I was pregnant with my first child. And I guess that it makes you look at the world in a different way. And I thought, you know, what kind of a world is this where my son is gonna be born in a society where everything is an excuse to start a war. The story started with mother who was gonna do everything she can to stop her son from taking a weapon, because, you know, I pictured myself 20 years later, was I ever going to see my son walk past me with a gun or with a weapon, and who would he be fighting for, or what would he be fighting for? And then it developed slowly into the story of a whole village where women were going to do everything they can to stop, you know, their men from fighting.
When I first read the synopsis of the film before I, you know, walked into it, it was kind of described as a comedy/musical. What I saw was really more of like a comedy and drama with like these kind of extra musical elements. How important are those songs to?
It had to give you the impression that this is a fantasy. In the film, you don't know where it's happening. You don't know it's Lebanon. You don't know where or when this is happening.
Right.
And it was important to give this fantasy approach, because what's happening in the film is not specifically Lebanese. It's not a war between Lebanese. It's not a war between Christians and Muslims. It's a war between human beings.
Right.
You know, this film could have happened maybe here between two football teams, or maybe between two families in Italy, or maybe, I don't know. It's not a specific Lebanese problem. So it was important to add, you know, to give you the impression that you're gonna watch a film that happens, I don't know when, I don't know where, and it starts with this voice that's telling you, I'm going to tell you this story. So I think that the musical scenes added in this unrealistic. Hi, this is Nadine Labaki, and you clicked on College Movie Review.